Working on the old Craftsman Mower Deck here again. Trying to fill in some of the rot holes and reinforce it. Like I said earlier, I mean the rest of the mower is really in excellent condition. Matter of fact, all these bearings, you know, there's not a bearing on here that's worn. You know, and I've never changed them. You know, and it's been about 35 years. But where we left is we ran out of steel. I'm putting what was it, 12 gauge steel on here, so I went and picked up a piece. It's way more than I need, but then I'll have it in stock. It's a 2 foot by 4 foot piece. And also there's been a little change of plans. I was going to complete the back here and then wire wheel it and brush it and paint it and stuff like that, and then take care of the front half, you know, so I wouldn't get too ahead of myself. But after looking at it, there's really not much to this. You got this one piece in the front here, it's 6 bolts, and this wheel here, this all comes off, it's just 2. So, you know, you're talking a matter of 8 bolts and we're all ready to go. Even when I was going to paint it, I was going to paint around these stickers, but these are all just stickers that don't mean anything. Caution, rotating blades, well, we know that. Enter and exit off of this side, you know, nobody pays attention to that. And then over here, danger, hands and feet, keep away. You know, come on. And here, caution, deflector shield must be in place while mowing. That must be this deflector sheet I removed 35 years ago. So, you know, they look like they might peel off. Maybe I'll try to peel them off and we'll glue them back on if we can. But for now, let's take this front piece off and this off. And then maybe we'll take it outside, grind it all down, and clean the whole thing up. Alright, maybe we'll see you after that. Alright, it wasn't too bad. Everything came off with no problem. Even the stickers. If I was really worried about them stickers, they'd be all teared apart. But they all came off, they all peeled up, so just for fun, maybe we'll glue them back on. This is the color it used to be. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but it wasn't a bad looking machine. I did have a little problem up here because I had to make an emergency repair a couple years ago, maybe about a year or 2 ago. This, I don't know what it is, an idler pulley, I guess, or, yeah, I think it's an idler pulley. Where it engages, I guess it engages the belts. But anyway, the deck actually rotted out underneath it, and I had a little dirt bike do an emergency repair on it, you know, just so, you know, because the mower wasn't working, you know, I mean, it was just bent and twisted and falling apart. So he reinforced this, there's a couple rods underneath, and then this here just to hold it together. You see where it was ripped. So these bolts, I can't get these bolts out. So what I'll do is I'll make a plate to go around that whole thing, clean this up, and maybe make a couple rosette welds and hold it and reinforce that whole thing, so that's good to go. But that's the only problem we had. And this was sort of tacked in place, but I just wiggled it around and it popped right out. So, all right. I guess next time you see me, we'll be outside, not wire wheeling it, but probably grinding it down. Also, gotta maybe pull this out a little bit. This takes a beating here from tree roots and stuff like that. So, I'll pull that out and reinforce that whole front end there. So, we should be good to go. Alright, we'll see you outside. Alright, we're all cleaned up. I cut a few pieces. This hole here. I had to shape this one a lot. So there's a lot of shape to it. But anyway, that one will go there. And then this little hole here will get filled right there. And then up here, I had to shape that one. And then this one here holds that up. So there we go. So that'll be okay. I haven't made this piece yet because I cleaned the front up here, and I have these big 3.5 inch pieces. I got this cleaned up, and that's going to go here. I'm going to go right across the front here, because this is where your two things hold up the whole mower or the whole deck. So I'm going to do that, and it ain't going to take two of these. These are 2 foot long. So then I'll see what do we have left. I should have enough to do the top here. And then this here I'm going to make a big square piece for. And these here is this tiny little, it's solid here. I'll just fill that in. I'll rosette that. And that should be it. So let's weld these pieces in and see what she looks like. Alright, got all this welded up here. Then this piece here all welded up, and a little hole here. I put a little plug weld, another one over here, a little plug weld. But I was able to get the front on, and that's major there. So welded that on top and the bottom, so that's all good there. Looks like hell up here because I blew through a couple of real weak spots. But when I put this piece up top here, it's just going to go from here to here. I can put pieces of metal in there and strengthen it up. And then right here, I just got to make like a little 5x10 piece of metal going there. I was able to plug weld some of these holes. This one here I'm working on right now. But it's coming along good. I'm happy. Happy with it. Yeah, I mean, if I had time and you know, it was the winter time or something like that, you know, we could have made this look pretty. You know, and if I had the whole plate, we could have just cut out pieces like this and put them in there, you know, and it would have looked good and probably would have lasted forever. But you know, this is a patch job. I got to get it done in 2-3 days so I can mow the lawn. So that's where we're at. All right, I'm pretty beat. I was welding for the last couple of hours there. Too bad the Texas Viking wasn't here because I was putting on a clinic. He could have learned something. So maybe we'll do a little more tomorrow. It'll probably still be on this tape, but for me it'll be tomorrow. So see you guys when I come back. Alright, we got the back half done here. Not pretty, but functional. That's what we want. Alright, next I'm going to weld this piece up here. That's going to cover all that big mess there. But looks like I have a little dent here, a little swell. So I'm going to have to pound that out a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to weld the back here. And then heat the front up. And hit it with a hammer while it's hot. And that'll bend down a little bit. And that'll cover the front. Alright, sounds like a plan. I finished those little rosettes. They're not pretty, but they fill the holes in. Afterthought, I should have just continued this plate. You know, it's going to be a 5x10 plate. I just should have continued it there, but hey, you know, what are you going to do? Alright. Yeah, after that, this is all we have left. That piece there, so. Alright, got that done. So, yeah, the front's not pretty here, but, you know, I'll grind that, make it look a little. Well, you see big blobs and everything. That's where you had to, you know, fill in rosette weld and stuff where it broke through, you know. But, got pretty decent welds here where we had good metal. Alright, now, make this here a little 10 by 5.5 inch piece. We got to cut it out of this big hunk here. Drill 3 holes in it, and it should be good. All right, got this last piece cut and all in place, and try to see it clamp down because I put that in there just to make sure it fit. But it's almost 6 o'clock over there, so. It's Road Queen's birthday, so we gotta go. We gotta take her out. We gotta go feed her. So when we get back, we'll finish this up. All right, all the welding's done. Now what I was doing, I was just starting to clean it up, and I was using this these little abrasive pads, you know, and that was doing the job. You know, I don't want to take the paint all the way down the metal, you know, because what paint is on here is good. And that was doing a good job, but it seemed like it was taking a long time. So then I broke out the DA, and I only got 180 grit on there, and that seems to be doing a better job. So I'll get all the big surfaces. It should only take me a couple minutes with the DA, and then with the little abrasive, these little abrasive things here, whatever they're called, I'll get in there. Like I said, I'm going to paint this, and I'm going to put a thick coat of rust primer on there. You know, they call it heavy duty rust or something like that. Here it is. They call it rusty metal primer. You know, this really isn't going to be rusty when I get done, but you know, what the heck. Primer's primer to me. Alright, let me take this outside so I don't get too much dust in here. Alright, here's a little safety message. This is why you wear your safety glasses. This is just a little pinhole. Looks like I got hit with an axe. But it's just a piece of wire wheel. Come up and jump and hit me over my eyebrow. If I have glasses on, it could hit me in the eye. So remember that. Safety glasses when wire wheeling. Alright, sanded it and wire wheeled it, and lacquer thinned it, cleaned it all up. What the hell happened here? And it's all ready for paint. So let me get the paint out. I'm not gonna paint the spindles. They're aluminum, so they'll just have to be under here. I did that. I sanded that by hand. I can get a machine in there. But I'm happy with how clean it is and what it turned out like. So let's throw some primer on there. All right, it's going on pretty good. I'm probably gonna give it 2 coats. A lot of you guys probably wonder why I don't spray it, and that's because put it on with a brush, you get more thickness to it, you get more mils, and you get all these nooks and crannies and stuff. Plus, you don't make a mess. You don't get spray all over the place. And it's only going to take about 15-20 minutes. Yeah, it's covering good, but as good as it's covered, I'm still going to give it 2 coats. Alright, we're done. That's the first coat. I was going to give it a second coat, but this one seems to cover it pretty well. So I think I might give the top coat, I might give that 2 coats. The finish coat, I should say. Yeah, like I said, I was gonna give it 2 coats. So I put the brush in a plastic bag here. That keeps it from drying out. You put it in the refrigerator, and a brush. You can get a brush that lasts probably, a month in the refrigerator. That way you don't have to clean it. And then when you don't, you just throw it out. There's another tip here. Just put the tape around there, and it keeps all that paint out of the trough there. You know, some guys like to poke holes in it, in the trough, but I'd rather not get paint in there to begin with. Keeps everything clean. So, all right, we're gonna let this dry, and I don't know if it's dry enough. Maybe we'll throw a top coat on it. It's about 9 o'clock. Maybe we'll come back and check it around maybe 1 or 2, and we'll see. All right. See you guys later. Alright. Yeah, I forgot to mention that before I painted it, you know, I put some of the holes back in there, you know, so I can put all the stuff back on. I want to make sure everything was going to line up, especially this part here. This is where the main hanger goes. But anyway, it's a little after 1 a.m. and most of this thing is dry, but we still got some juicy spots, so we're not going to be able to paint it. I was hoping to get at least one top coat on there, but we'll have to let it go overnight and then get it in the morning. So what do you say, enough of this? Alright, we'll see you in the next video.